right. Damn, excuse me. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, I know what to do. Let me know that you can hear me. Okay. Hold on. All right, there we go. Sorry, guys. Yeah, let me know y'all can hear me. Yeah, because I was kind of getting notifications, so every time I try to click on something, the notification come across my screen. So my bad. my bad. How y'all doing this afternoon? The Shy Simmer. Good afternoon. Krista Moore, good afternoon. Spitfire True Crime, good afternoon. Did you change your name? It wasn't that at first, was it? Daniel Kelly said another crazy mom and her younger boyfriend. You said it right. You said it right. All right. Sea Turtle, Sandy, Joel, Tina. What's going on? Night Owl, she said she had to catch replay, so she's at work. Jeannie, Julianne, Tori, what's going on? So y'all came a little earlier before the show started. Okay. All right. All right, guys. So y'all know this month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month or whatnot. So y'all know what I'm doing. I'm supporting that. Anybody who's been through that, anybody who's going through that, hey, my heart goes out to you. Anybody who's dealing with that right now, please find the strength and courage to get out of that. You know, especially if you have children, please find the strength and courage to get out of this situation. And I know a lot of people say it's easier said than done. I don't know because I've never been in it, so I'm not going to tell you whether it's easy or not. But according to a lot of people who talks about it in my chat room, they pretty much say it's not an easy thing. You know, it's pretty much easier said than done. So I just say to you, the best advice I can give y'all, when you get your chance, get out. And please don't look back. Amen. When you get a chance, get out. Please don't look back. All right? But with that being said, let's get right into it. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do something. But while I'm doing this, y'all take a look at them two jagoffs right there. All right. Take a good look at them. We're going to be talking about these two jagoffs today. One of them is a major jagoff, which is the mom. The other one probably just needed a place to stay where he was getting jacked off. So, you know how that goes. All right. And guys, what we have here today, for plenty of you is, for you send me this. What we had today is, I spoke about this yesterday. I did when I did the update. What up, Ann? What up, Stephen? Hey, Stephen, where you been? Been a while. I spoke about this yesterday. I don't understand how anybody, whether you're a mother or you're a father, you let anybody from the outside do anything to your children. Dingaling and yum yum is not that damn good when you want to let an outside person come in and do something to your children. Let alone you doing it your damn self. All right? Let alone, I don't know how anybody can influence you to do anything to your child. I don't know. But whatever's going on in the cup of coffee y'all drinking, trust me, I don't want no part of it. So thank God in that aspect, I don't have a child where anybody can put something in my drink and mind control me, want me to do something to my child, and let alone let you come and help me do this to my child. All right? Okay? It's a motherfucking ridiculous. A mother sitting around letting the boyfriend come in and not only she doing fuck shit, but he right along with her, which shows me he only wanted the cow. All right? He just want the cow. He don't want the milk that come with it. He just want the cow. He didn't give a damn about the children. Long as she laid down over her legs, hey, he took it. He played his role. All right? That's all he wanted. All right? Because anybody with good common sense would not participate in this. Anybody with good common sense would not even be in a relationship with somebody who treat their child like that. Amen? Nobody would be in a relationship who would treat their child like that, because you treat your child like that, you're going to start treating me like that. All right? Because at one point, you're going to think I'm a child, but you got nothing coming, though. All right? I'm not your child. I'm just a man who's trying to be with you, but I don't know, you got your panties up your ass or something that you talk to me like and treat me like that. I ain't going. You ain't finna handcuff me. You not finna whip me. You not finna do none of that. I'll walk the hell away, or I go through the gates of hell to get the fuck away from you before I let anybody do this to me. Let alone, I'm not gonna give you access to my children like that. No sirree, Bob. No sirree, Bob. No sirree, Bob. You would not get access to my child like that. None whatsoever. Amen? How many of y'all agree with me? Did I say something wrong? You would not get access to my child like that. This is why I tell y'all, ladies, please be careful y'all bring around your children. And I say this to the men, too. I know a lot of us, we women are hungry, but these women out here crazy as hell. They are. We need to be careful, too, man. Big button smile don't mean nothing. Just like BBD said. Can't trust big button and smile because that girl's poison. All right? All right? Poison. All right. So, man, let's see where this goes. All right? And if y'all haven't, please hit that thumbs up for your boy. And let's get it going.
We're going to go out now to the Houston area. We're going to be joined by Fox 26 Houston reporter Matthew Seedorf with the latest on, Matthew, what is really just a stunning and crazy story, frankly. I mean, these two 16-year-olds, they escaped from a home and they were handcuffed. But before all that, there was this huge Amber Alert there in Harris County. What more do we know?
Yeah, Andrew, this is really just disturbing and
so it's an Amber Alert, so I'm assuming one of them must reported they're missing or whatnot. That's a damn shame. The devil in disguise.
bizarre case, frankly. Late last night, we're hearing from police that two teenage kids came running out of this house behind me and looking for help, eventually finding a neighbor who called police, and then they said that they had been handcuffed inside the house, eventually leading to today's Amber Alert. Two teens hospitalized in the Houston area with apparent bruises and malnourished after escaping a home allegedly handcuffed. Late Monday, 16-year-old twins ran out of the Cypress home off Marina Alto Lane, found someone nearby for help, and called police telling them they had been handcuffed inside. When authorities got to the home, their mother, 40-year-old Zaikiya Duncan, and her boyfriend, 27-year-old Jova Terrell, were gone, along with the twins' 5 siblings, all
40-year-old Zaikiya, 20-some-year-old Jova Terrell. Okay? I had no problem with all the people that get dating younger people as long as they in the age of consent. I had no problem with that. But the problem with this situation is you 40-some years old. So I'm pretty much sure a lot of y'all know where I'm going to go with this. You cared about this young man. I don't know if you call me into the wrongness. I don't know. You care more about this young man than you cared about your children. Okay? You put this man first. While you handcuffed your children down there, or your twin, your 60-year-old, or all that down, wherever the hell you had them handcuffed at. Malnourished, so you weren't giving them food, or whatever food they was eating. Y'all see in my title, they were forced to eat their own waste. That makes you want to vomit yourself when you hear that. You was forced to eat your own waste. Okay? So you got this young man up here sucking all on you and fucking all on you and stuff, but yet your children down there is hungry. Okay? And again, we talking about common sense here. Any man that got common sense when I deal with something like this. Any man with common sense should ain't be sticking their ding-ding in something like this. Because again, if they do their children like that, we'll make sure they're not going to turn around and do you like that when they get mad at you. Now, one of y'all said this in my chat room. Y'all said this is a nice house they staying in. That is a nice house. That's a nice ass house. All right? So, what's going on with this nice ass house? Let's continue.
All boys 7, 10, 12, 12, and 14 years old, leading to an Amber Alert throughout the area.
The family moved in about a week ago. They had kids. My brothers went to school with one of them. Everything seemed normal. We didn't really suspect anything at all.
Christian Hurd recording this cell phone video Tuesday morning as police surround.
Wait, did he say they just moved in a week ago? So they just got that place? Wow.
Around his neighbor's home.
It's definitely scary. Me having a child myself, it makes me just want to hang on to him, I just hope that they're okay.
Louisiana State Police finding the Mitsubishi Outlander near Baton Rouge Tuesday evening. 1 kid safe inside, 4 others okay, discovered at a relative's house. The boy's mother and her boyfriend both arrested, charged with injuring a child, a felony. So Andrew, that couple is being extradited back to Houston and Harris County. I'm told the twins are in CPS custody tonight. Back to you.
Matthew, a couple questions, though. Okay, so this was really a two-state. Would you characterize it as a police pursuit as they were looking for this vehicle? They were telling residents to be on the lookout because 5 children were implicated in that Amber Alert, and then it was rescinded once authorities got word about these 2 16-year-olds. Where are the other children tonight?
Yeah, so they actually found those other kids in the relative's home, I believe in Louisiana, and they are okay. And we are checking the records on the kid's mother as well as the boyfriend to see kind of what their history is and if they've had any issues in the past with law enforcement or with these children.
And is it too early, Matthew, to say, since these 2 16-year-olds were handcuffed, do authorities or investigators think that they may have, suffered abuse, neglect, malcontent? What do you think about that? Do we know anything about that?
Well, yeah, authorities are being pretty tight-lipped with that sort of information, as I know the investigation's still unfolding. But we do know that those the twins, the 2 16-year-olds, are hospitalized with injuries. They said bruising and malnourished. So definitely some questions there, and we don't know the status of those other kids that are said to be okay that were found with a relative.
Wow. What really just an insane story. Matthew Seedorf there with Fox 26 in Houston. We'll definitely be in touch if there are any more developments. Thanks.
Thank you.
First of all, let me say this. Anybody, again, you growing up in a home like this, my heart goes out to you. We all talked about this a lot, that we all grow up different. A lot of us ain't grow up with a silver spoon in our mouth. A lot of us grew up, if it's safe for me to use the term, poor. Or a lot of us grew up with just the right resources and the right care that we needed just to get by. All right? And some of us just grew up in straight up hell. Straight up hell. Okay? We're going to hear later on that this mother had been abusing these children. Where they only talking about these 2. I'm not sure she did anything to other ones or not. I haven't got that deep into it. When I get a lot of these stories, guys, I try to read as much as I can, but the way I work, I only get little bits and pieces of it. And sometimes, a lot of times I feed off of y'all, right shit to giggle, and thank you, and that's what I'm finna get to now. So this could be a trigger warning for a lot of you, and I know it give y'all some flashbacks. It's kind of giving me some. I never got dealt like this, handcuffed or nothing, but I think I had my share, that borderline abuse shit. I had my share of it, but no handcuffing or nothing like that, And again, guys, a lot of us men, we don't talk about it. We scared to share our stories, because we're scared of what people are going to think. So we just swallow our stories and just keep on going. Even when we see trigger warnings, we still don't speak about it. All right? So don't think for one moment that men haven't been through this. A lot of us have. Just our lips are tightly sealed. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I know for a lot of you ladies out there, I can imagine what you've been through, especially when your mom has a boyfriend, and we heard this a lot. Your mom has a boyfriend, and the boyfriend coming in there and messing with you. You try to tell the mom goes off on you as if you did something wrong. She goes off on you and try to make it seem like it's your fault. The reason why the boyfriend has came and tried to do something with you. Okay? You got some of y'all who may have mothers they knew damn well what was going on. They just didn't care. They just didn't care at all. And for those of you who have been through that, man or woman, my heart goes out to every single one of you. It does. And if I say this, if I'm wrong for saying this, please correct me. But a lot of you had took that negativity that went on while you was growing up, and you have grown up and been made a positive out of it. Meaning you have become the woman and the man that you are today, doing damn good things. Some of you have kids, don't even know what you've been through, but you vowed to never treat them like you was treated when you was growing up. Now, did I? Let me know if I said something wrong. You turned a negative into a positive, meaning you have grown up and you have become a way much better person than your mom or your daddy had did you. All right, so let me know if let me know that was wrong for me to say. Am I selfish for saying that, or am I stepping out of line when I say that? And I'm dead serious. Dead serious. Even though we sit back and think about the past, it hurts. The past does hurt. It hurts a lot of people. It does. That's why I don't like when people say, that happened years ago. You remember that? Why are you still talking about that? I mean, we still talking about it because we want you to know how we felt. We want you to know that this shit hurt. And we want you to know that this shit still hurt today when we think about it. I look at my children and look at you as their grandma and their grandfather and look at what you did to me and how I'm not doing them like that, what you did to me. See, I'm not like you at all. At all. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. So when I hear people say, I don't take my children to go see their grandparents because of what they did to you, really, I don't have no problem with it. I don't. Some people probably say, man, you got to forgive, man. You know, God forgives and this, that, and the third, which I guess if you're a person that's heavy into Christianity, maybe so. But me personally, I say this. A lot of things can't be fixed. A lot of shit is unforgivable. In my eyes, I could be wrong. A lot of stuff cannot be fixed and a lot of shit cannot be forgivable. Okay? So, if you one of the type of people who grew up in that household and you don't take your children around your folks, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Because what's going to end up happening, when you see how they're interacting with your children, you're going to get flashbacks. And it be something as simple as a smell. Something as simple as they just pick up the child and set them in their lap. You're going to get a flashback and say, I remember they did me like that. But when they did me like that, they did X, Y, and Z. Some people just don't want to deal with the flashbacks. And you have to understand that. Okay? So again, ladies, don't think for now 1 minute we do not go through this either. We don't. And that's why a lot of us sometimes we may seem like assholes to y'all because of what we've been through. Not that we try and do it intentional, but it's just shit that we've been through that we just don't know how to express ourselves correctly a lot of times. I know I need to work on it. I do. I know I do. Amen. So again, for a lot of you, I can understand this could be triggering. 'Cause I see the numbers have dropped. I understand. I do. I really do. This is a damn shame. It's a damn shame. All right. So let's continue.
In other news tonight, disturbing allegations of child abuse involving several children in Cyprus.
Authorities say 16-year-old twins escaped from their home yesterday where they had been handcuffed. When deputies went to the home in Cyprus to investigate, the mother and her boyfriend had fled with 5 of their children. Matt Doherty has been following the story all day, starting with the Amber Alert. He joins us now from Cyprus, where those twins were said to have escaped.
As of last update, the twins are still in the hospital. Authorities say they're both malnourished and bruised. Their mother and her boyfriend was arrested late.
Shits and Giggles said, just got into a back and forth with mom about my abuser. Calling all day, every day, literally 30 minutes ago. Shits and Giggles, if you don't mind me asking, what caused y'all to get into it? I'm just curious, since you said that, what caused y'all to get into it? I'm just real curious.
This evening in Louisiana. Late this afternoon, Louisiana State Police arrested 40-year-old Zaikiya Duncan and her boyfriend, 27-year-old Jova Terrell. Their capture followed a day-long Amber Alert that started at their home in Cyprus. The Harris County Precinct 5 Constable's office said when investigators showed up at the home, the couple was on the run, along with 5 of their children, all boys ranging in age from 8 to 14.
It's just crazy to see that it's right here in your community. It's definitely devastating.
Neighbors in the family's Cyprus suburb were shocked. When the couple was eventually arrested in Baton Rouge, state police said they only had 1 child with them. It was later determined.
You said because she don't want to be bothered. You see what I'm talking about? That's what I said earlier. Look here. A lot of us, how can I put this? We say we want the truth, but be honestly, can we really handle the truth? Okay? Let me explain. Like that what you just said. Your mom didn't want to be bothered. She didn't want to be bothered with the truth. According to what you're telling me in the chat room, she didn't want to be bothered with the truth. All right? Because she can't handle it. She don't want to hear it. By you being a grown woman, you're supposed to have forgot about it. All right? You're supposed to have never come up again. That's just like this family shit where you got incest and stuff in the family. How people say, hey, you don't call the police on your family. You don't put your family in jail. But if you call a peeper Tom or somebody outside your daughter's or your brother's window, you call the police on them and hope they get arrested. So why does not the same thing apply to a family member? They doing the same damn thing. But since it's family, you don't want to be embarrassed. You mean to tell me you're not embarrassed by your own family members to the going into each other's room, touching each other and stuff like that? You're not embarrassed by that. You want to keep that a secret and let this shit go on. All right? But if I was a peeper Tom, peeping in your daughter's window, what if I was at the wrong house or whatever? But if you call me peeping in the window, you're going to make damn sure that me, Chris Thorne, somebody you don't know shit about, you're going to make sure I'm going to go to jail. You're going to make sure I go to jail. And I guarantee you there's somebody in my chat room right now. You may be in the bushes. You might chat right now. I guarantee that happened to you. Your family, somebody was touching you or doing whatever. Your family knew about it. You probably want to go out and tell the police. But they told you you ain't supposed to put your family members in the police. But if they see somebody else that's not family, I guarantee you, why you ain't tell me? Why you ain't tell me they were doing this? Why would I tell you that somebody else doing it? You don't even take me serious when I told you our own family member did it. Amen? You wouldn't even take it serious when I told you our own family member did it. Okay? And y'all don't hear me. Or do you hear me? Y'all don't hear me. What's up, my Memphis buddy? Pearl of Wisdom. Was that you that gave me that donation? I appreciate you, dear. Appreciate you. Appreciate the love. Okay? You gonna put everybody outside in jail and make sure they on a sex abuse register, sex offender register, all this stuff. But don't let it be your uncle, don't let it be your brother, don't let it be your cousin, because you ain't supposed to put them in jail. Man, bullshit. Bullshit. Because here's the thing. when you don't put the family members in jail, y'all tell me y'all agree with me or not, when you don't put the family members in jail, how's you helping them? If anything, you are enabling them to keep on doing the fuck shit. It's going to spill from in-house to outside to other children. And you don't want to put them in jail? But that's okay, motherfucker. The family members ain't got to put them in jail. Somebody on the outside going to put them in jail because they going to get so caught up in this shit that they got their way so much that they going to feel free to go outside and touch other children, teenagers, or whatever, and somebody on the outside going to put them motherfuckers in jail. Then what you going to say? What you going to say then? But then again, some of y'all going to end up bailing them out. Y'all going to end up bailing them out. All right? So if you don't do it, somebody going to do it for you. Holler at your boy. Somebody going to do it for you. All right?
The others had been dropped off with family members. Duncan and Terrell are now facing first-degree injury to a child charges. This won't be the first time the
See what I'm talking about? She's a gig say it's her uncle.
mother has been arrested for alleged child abuse. Court documents from Louisiana detail a disturbing incident from 10 years ago. A then 5-year-old child of Duncan's was taken from school to a local hospital to be treated for burns to the child's feet, genitals, and other parts of its body. Doctors determined it was likely the result of being burned by hot water. When police say they went to Duncan's home, they found a 20-month-old infant wrapped in clothing with his hands bound. The only other person in the home was the baby's 4-year-old brother. During questioning, police say Duncan admitted she routinely disciplined one child by making the child get into a push-up.
Infant was bound?
During questioning, police determined it was likely the feet, genitals, and other parts of its body. Doctors determined it was likely the result of a disturbing incident from 10 charges. This won't be the first time the mother has been arrested for alleged child abuse. Court documents from Louisiana detail a disturbing incident from 10 years ago. A then 5-year-old child of Duncan's was taken from school to a local hospital to be treated for burns to the child's feet, genitals, and other parts of its body. Doctors determined it was likely the...
I would say, are you fucking kidding me? But this is real. This is real shit. And see, this is why I say with us men, I had to call it out. I do. I got to call it out. This right here lets you know that us men, a lot of time we'll fuck anything. We will. We'll stick our thing in anything. Now, it could be a possibility this young man probably didn't know this. He 20-some years old. He got a old tenderoni. So he probably ain't looking at that. He's just looking at that. He got a woman that's old. You know, he a young man. You know, he probably needed somewhere to stay. She probably brought him in, let her come stay with him for a little while or whatnot. So he ain't thinking about none of that. He just thinking about a roof over his head, and he could probably get a good meal whenever he want to get a good meal. Probably want to have sex whenever he want to have sex. So he didn't think about none of that stuff. You know, he probably didn't know nothing about all that. All right? But let's just say that he probably did. You still deal with this woman? That just show you a lot of us men will fuck anything. We will. We will sit up here and fuck anything. Okay? All right?
Result of being burned by hot water. When police say they went to Duncan's home, they found a 20-month-old infant wrapped in clothing with his hands bound. The only other person in the home was the baby's 4-year-old brother. During questioning, police say Duncan admitted she routinely disciplined one child by making the child get into a push-up position for periods of 1 hour, causing the child's hands to swell. The child was often forced to sleep on the floor of a closet. The door of the closet was blocked by boards to keep the child from, quote, escaping and, quote, stealing food from the kitchen. Police reported at the time 2 of Duncan's other children also showed signs of abuse and were removed from the home. It's unclear when Duncan and Terrell will be brought to Texas to face their current charges. It's also not certain what'll happen to the rest of the children this time. In Cyprus, I'm Matt Doherty, KHOU 11 News.
Man, that's wild. That's wild. That's wild as hell. So let me get this straight. This lady got, sounds like, if I heard the number correct, about 7 children. I could be wrong on it. It sounds like she got, let me just say she got multiple children. I just say that she got multiple children. You got multiple children that you laid down. Don't know if it's by the same man or not. 9 out of 10 probably is not. You got multiple children, okay? Now, I tell y'all a lot of times when women do this to their children, come to find out they be mad at the dad, or it's a custody battle, or the dad trying to get custody, whatever the hell is going on. But in a situation like this, you have to ask now, where is the dad? You know, why the dad's or fathers? And why haven't they one came and got their children from this crazy bitch? This motherfucker crazy as hell. Something wrong with her. Something wrong with her. So you had all these children that you didn't want. What it sound like to me. All right, now I get it, discipline and punishment. I get that. Some punishments, you know, may be kind of harsh. All right, to get you to learn your lesson of what you did. I'd had hard punishments, okay? But the way she was doing it, this ain't punishment. This imprisonment. You hold your own children hostage at a time. Man, you got all these children. And still got the nerve to lay down with a man? Again, I don't know what's in the coffee. I don't know what's in the Kool-Aid, but it's something up in there. It's something up in there. This motherfucker crazy as hell. And this young man sitting up here laying down with this woman. But again, he don't give a shit. He don't. Again, somewhere to stay. 9 out of 10, he was staying with her. He got an older woman. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can cook. Don't know if she was neat and clean or not. Who knows? Somebody can cook. Somebody he could jump up and down in. He didn't give a damn. All right? His thing was, they made my kids. You know, he a young man. So he ain't looking at that. All right? But the fact of the matter is, all these children you got and the shit they have gone through. And I just did a story not too long ago about a woman trying to castrate her stepson or a foster child, one of the two. She tried to castrate him. And y'all know what that means. The genital area. She tried the shit. Here we are hearing another story that another crazy motherfucker tried to do the same thing. Boy, I wish I could rewind the hands of time. I want to go back to the 80s and the 90s. Well, you didn't hardly hear about this. But now, these motherfuckers is crazy. These motherfuckers crazy. Okay? They're going to try to say she got mental health issues and this, that, and the third. And probably going to come out and say what we always hear. She's a good mom. She would never hurt anybody. I just don't understand what went on. But a lot of times, a lot of family members do know what's going on. Because you know why? You don't think them twins been telling people shit been going on with them? You don't think they've been telling them that? Oh, I didn't know it Buffer, guys. My bad. I didn't know it Buffer. He's starting this shit again. You mean to tell me? Oh, let me do something. Let me do this right here. All right, maybe that'll work. I know good and well, them teenagers, 9 times out of 10, have told somebody what's going on in their house. But again, like I said earlier, nobody want to listen to them. It's in the family. They want to keep it in the family. Nobody needs to go to jail. Now, that's just speculation with this family, but I'm pretty much sure I'm close somewhere. But I wouldn't be surprised to come out, and this is one of them situations. These children have been trying to reach out for help to other people. But their cries went unheard. Their cries went unheard. All right? And it's sad that it take a neighbor, somebody, to help them. And they finally got the help that they need. And we say almost didn't get that because I can't blame the neighbor, you know, with some strange people coming to your home in the middle of the night or the evening somewhere, you're going to get cautious. But this person had a heart and was like, oh, wow, this is crazy. We're going to hear them in a minute. Okay? I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine. Right, Anthony. I think that's what they did. They dropped them off so they can't run. And see, that's what I'm talking about. See, you dropped the other kids to a family member. So I'm sure they told you what was going on. All right. But then again, maybe even a family member who they dropped the other children out to, maybe they did call the police. All right. Maybe they did too. And that's probably how they got this hunt going on. But what I always tell y'all guys, and y'all don't need me to tell y'all know this yourselves. What happened in the dark comes to the what? It comes dark, comes to the light. So again, triggering for a lot of you. And I understand. Not only do grown-ups go through domestic violence, look like the children go through it too. And my heart goes out to them.
This evening, horrifying new details after 2 teens escaped from their mother, who is accused of handcuffing them and holding them captive in the laundry room. Now, we want to warn you, the following story does have some very graphic and upsetting images.
The 16-year-old boy and girl twins went knocking on neighbors' doors in their Cypress neighborhood, begging for help. Finally, a woman answered the door and called police. The teens told investigators they hadn't lived here for long. By the time police got to the house, however, the mother and her boyfriend were gone, along with 5 other kids inside the house. Investigators say they later arrested them in Baton Rouge after an Amber Alert went out. But when they were pulled over, the couple only had 1 child with them. They told investigators they dropped off the other kids at a relative's house.
The woman who helped the kids is now speaking out. Anayeli Ruiz joins us live. Anayeli, what is she telling you?
Well, hey guys, the woman told us that the teens knocked for nearly 30 minutes before they got to her. They started here in this neighborhood and moved to her subdivision before they could call for help. Again, we want to warn you, the following images are very disturbing. It's early Tuesday morning. 2 teens in Cypress going door to door looking for help.
We just need someone to be right now.
These teens seen on camera had just escaped after allegedly being held captive in the laundry room of their home. Through neighbor surveillance video, you can see the teens walking the neighborhood looking for someone to help them. The kids are shivering. No shoes and one is shirtless. But after trying all of the homes down their street, no luck. The teens move on to a different subdivision. You can see one girl leaning on the wall waiting for help. The bones on the boy's back visible. The teens pleaded with that neighbor, even showing the handcuffs. The neighbor quickly opened the door, not knowing what would come next. She asked us to hide her identity.
They told me that their mom kept them locked in the laundry room.
Y'all see that young man's back? Golly, man. God knows how long this been going on.
Naked, zip tied from the ankles and handcuffed from the wrist.
And she said the injuries on the kids were very visible.
We would be in there naked, handcuffed, hand tied. They said we would pee and poop on ourselves. And they said when we needed to bathe, the mom would let them use the dirty mop water to bathe. They didn't get a bath. They got dirty mop water. And that's how they were bathing.
This mother said she called police and gave them food and blankets. While they waited for help, they shared more horror stories.
She would only feed them a sandwich, and only if they were quiet the whole day. If they made any type of noise, they wouldn't be fed.
This mother now hopes the teens are in a safe place and those responsible are brought to justice for once and for all.
How a mother can do this to her kids. And I feel like my tears are just out of frustration, anger, and just sadness.
And again, many of the neighbors here said they called police. They really didn't know what was going on. Some of them weren't even home. And by the way, those kids are now under CPS custody. They were taken to an area hospital to get checked out. Now, the constables tell us the mother and her boyfriend will be transferred tomorrow from Louisiana back here to Harris County. Reporting live, Anayeli Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.
Such troubling details. Anayeli tonight, thank you. No child should have to endure abuse. There is help. Call the Texas Abuse Hotline at 252-5400. It is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're right back after this.
Dirty mop water. This woman hated her children so much that in order for them to get cleaned, it was through dirty mop water. That's a damn shame. Dirty mop water. If these babies wanted to get cleaned. That boy back, arms, wrists. Out of all the stories I have done, and the pictures they showed, I don't think I see anything worse than that. That is awful. A mother done this to her children and ran off with this dude. You protecting him, but not protecting your children. And then on top of that, good old CPS. You can't trust them either, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But you can't trust them either. You can't trust them either. Right, Daniel. Right, Daniel. Man, this is awful, man. Right, prayers of wisdom. Man. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Somebody said they want me to play back something. What is that you want me to play back? Who was that said that? Somebody asked me to play something back. Which one of y'all asked me to play something back? Well, you know what? I'll play the whole thing back. Don't worry, I'll play the whole thing back.
This evening, horrifying new details after two teens escaped from their mother, who is accused of handcuffing them and holding them captive.
Finally, a woman answered the door and called police. The teens told investigators they hadn't lived here for long. By the time police got to the house, however, the mother and her boyfriend were gone, along with 5 other kids inside the house. Investigators say they later arrested them in Baton Rouge after an Amber Alert went out. But when they were pulled over, the couple only had 1 child with them. They told investigators they dropped off the other kids at a relative's house.
The woman who helped is now speaking out. Anayeli Ruiz joins us live. Anayeli, what is she telling you?
Well, hey guys, the woman told us that the teens knocked for nearly 30 minutes before they got to her. They started here in this neighborhood and moved to her subdivision before they could call for help. Again, we want to warn you, the following images are very disturbing. It's early Tuesday morning. 2 teens in Cypress going door to door looking for help.
We just need someone to be right now.
These teens seen on camera had just escaped after allegedly being held captive in the laundry room of their home. Through neighbor surveillance video, you can see the teens walking the neighborhood looking for someone to help them. The kids are shivering. No shoes and one is shirtless. But after trying all of the homes down their street, no luck. The teens move on to a different subdivision. You can see one girl leaning on the wall with...
That boy can hardly stand up straight. He can hardly stand up straight. And that girl over there, she can hardly stand up at all. That's just how drained they are. How fucked up they are. And I see guys is doing buffering and all this stuff. Don't worry, I'm recording a backup copy. And I'll put it back. I'll put the backup copy up when I get through with this. All right? I know I said that before, but I'm going to put the backup card because I don't know why it's doing that because I went live yesterday. It didn't do this at all, but it want to do it again today. So I see where it's buffering. All right. So, and I'll put a special character on it so y'all can see that it's the backup copy. All right. But this boy can hardly stand up. Look at that. How can you as a parent look at your child like this unless you just a person who just don't give a damn? Nah, Sabbath. I think she's seen this firsthand because she knows somebody went through, or either she went through herself. Yep, I was right. See, no, not them. I lived in a community growing up that did this shit. Like I said, one or two of y'all in my chat room, even if you out in the bushes, have seen this or witnessed this, or you may have been through it yourself. And you could do this while your children handcuffed and can go to bed at night. And this don't weigh heavy on nobody's conscience. Now, even a young man, if he's spending the night or if he stay there, this don't weigh on his conscience or nothing. This don't bother him at all. This don't bother him at all. I don't know. Are we the only ones over here? They have a soul or a conscience. Let me use something for a prime example. There's a mother in my chat room right now. I did her story. For those of you who remember this story about Rika Roundtree, pretty baby, that's her mom in the chat room. Now, I don't think Rika got it this bad, but it came damn close. That lady Cynthia was a evil son of a bitch. She was. And y'all know the crazy thing about that? Richard, her daddy, was right there. Not only was Richard, for those of you who remember this story. Okay? And that's sad when the dad right there, and he see everything that goes on. The dad was right there. Richard was right there and witnessed everything. And then saved his daughter. So think about this story when I did Rika Roundtree's story and just look at this right here. It could be somewhat compared. But the thing that hurt me, the second thing that hurt me the most about this story, Rika, not only was Richard there and saw everything, but the final blow she got that they put out there, that woman hit her so hard or pushed her so hard. I believe she fell down the steps, or that's the story she gave. She fell down the steps. She gave Rika one final blow. And that was it for Rika. Rika was gone. That was it. And the dad was there. Had plenty of time to save his own daughter. Had plenty of time to save his own daughter. But he didn't. So that's two things about that story that hurts me the most. He didn't save his daughter, and the final blow that she got from that lady, that damn Cynthia. Okay, that's what it was. My bad. And she kicked her in the stomach. And she lied and said Rika fell down the steps. That was the final blow that killed Rika. Somebody said nobody ever talked to them about this situation. Dear, my platform is open. If you want to talk about it, yeah, I'll let you come here and talk about your situation. If you want to talk about it, that's up to you. That's all up to you. I know a lot of times it's hard to share these kind of stories. But you say nobody, I saw you in there say nobody ever talked to you about this. If you want to talk, I will open up for you to talk. And to finish off what I'm going to say about Rika, I don't know what happened. Rich is out right now. Richard is out right now. Her dad is out right now. Shocked the whole fucking community. He is out. And speaking of which, Ann, has he contacted you since he been out? Has Richard contacted you since he's been out? I meant to ask you that. At this time, guys, I want to tell y'all thank y'all for joining the show. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your thumbs up. All right. Thanks for every last one of y'all who is here right now. You said what story this I'm talking about? Rika Roundtree. Look up Rika Roundtree. I don't know how far back they're going to go when you look it up, though, but look up Rika Roundtree. All right. I thank all of you for your participation. Thank all of you your thumbs up, and let's continue. I need to stop saying it because some of y'all be thinking I'm finna get off air when I say that, and I guess I got to make myself clear when I say that. Y'all be thinking I'm finna go, but I'm not finna go just yet. I'm not finna go just yet. If you want to talk, dear, somebody put my email up in there, give it to her. And you want to do a special segment where I talk to you about this? Hey, we can do that. We can do that. Ashley, I am curious to hear your story, considering what you came in and said in the beginning. I am curious to hear your story. Give me a minute. Wait a minute, this ain't the one I'm trying to, wait a minute. I found something where the twins supposed to have came out and said something, unless I read it wrong. Hold on. But I think they came out and said something. I must have read it wrong. Oh, okay, this it. They look like they changed the title. This it. All right, let's go.
Her boyfriend accused of handcuffing her children, starving them, and holding them captive in a laundry room are set to be brought back to Harris County tomorrow.
Zaikiya Duncan and Jova Terrell were found in Baton Rouge after an Amber Alert was issued in Texas. Matt Doherty in Cyprus tonight with the video of the teen twins starving and begging for help. We want to alert you, the images you're about to see are difficult to watch. Matt?
Nobody could have imagined what was allegedly happening inside of this home. The kids who escaped described a life that is truly a nightmare. It's close to 5 o'clock on Tuesday morning. Home surveillance cameras show this pair of 16-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, who have just escaped. They spent more than half an hour going door to door, desperately seeking help.
You need some help?
Yes. Can you please let us in, please? We're
What's
too
wrong with
good.
you? What? What happened?
Can you please? We just need somewhere to be right now.
No, we can't do that.
Unsure of the circumstances, nearly all of the neighbors told the twins to keep moving. At about 5:30, the temperature was in the 50s.
It was exactly 5:27 in the morning when I heard the doorbell ring.
A single mother at home with her daughter was the first and only person to.
I want y'all to understand something. Somebody probably heard this say that that man was being an asshole, whatnot. I'm not going to say that he was, because here's why. The way that the children was explaining, and I guess they can't explain everything because all that happened to them, they really don't know what to tell everybody. So for the man who say, you know, what's going on, and they say, you know, we don't need somewhere to be, you know, you're not really telling him enough to help you. So for people who come out and tell me he's been an asshole, I don't think so, because he don't know what's going on. And if he's got a family, he got to protect his family. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to get upset with him. But I'm not upset with them either, because, again, this is a lot going on with them. They finally got loose, you know, so they just in shock. They don't know what to tell people, you know. So, man, this is heartbreaking. This is really heartbreaking.
To open the door.
I just knew they were kids right away, so I quickly opened the door. I told them to come in, and I quickly shut the door and I locked it.
The woman, who asked that we not use her name or show her face, says she led the twins to her kitchen.
I sat them down, I brought them blankets, covered them up, and the first thing the little boy said was, "We're starving." Basically, we're saying, like, "We're hungry, you're gonna give me something to eat."
Looking at the 16-year-olds, it was obvious. After getting them something to eat, she started asking questions.
When the little girl was here standing, she was visibly shaking and was showing me her handcuffs. They would say, "We just broke out of these." They told me that their mom kept them locked in a laundry room, naked, zip tied from the ankles and handcuffed from the wrist. They said we would pee and poop on ourselves. And they said when we needed to bathe, the mom would let them use the dirty mop water to bathe. They didn't get a bath. They got dirty mop water.
It turned out Zaikiya Duncan had been arrested for child abuse in the past in Louisiana. Court documents show her children were removed from the home back in 2012. We asked Louisiana's Department of Children and Family Services why the kids were returned.
How about that?
But they told us state law prevents the agency from even acknowledging an investigation.
How can a mother
Oh,
do this
Lord,
to
how about that? And now they right back with CPS. How about that? Jesus Christ. How about that?
kids? You know, how can a mother feel like this is okay to do? They deserve it. No kid deserves this.
We spoke with psychologist Dr. Whitney Krausen with Houston's Children's Assessment Center. She says children who suffer this kind of abuse can recover with the proper help.
Oftentimes we think there's no way they can possibly get through all of this, but children are so much more resilient than we give them credit for. Really what they need is just ongoing and consistent support.
In Cyprus, I'm Matt Doherty, KHOU 11 News.
Now, we know this is an incredibly difficult topic to hear about, especially for survivors of abuse. If you or someone you know is in need of help, you can call any of these organizations on the screen. We also have these numbers and links to help, all at KHOU.com.
Let me tell y'all something. let me tell y'all something. A lot of you see my videos with my dog, Murder. Y'all see a lot of videos with him. If you better think about a child, he's the closest thing I got to a child. Murder pisses me off a lot. He does stuff that pisses me off. He did something yesterday that pisses me off. But I couldn't imagine even doing what this lady did to a child, even to a dog. I can't even imagine me bounding him up, dragging him, or doing whatever. All right, he may get a spanking or something, but I just can't imagine just going all out trying to punish him. Because he got so big now that even you spank him, it really don't faze him because he just that thick. It don't faze him. You know, I mean, he know the concept that he's in trouble, but it doesn't faze him when I spank him. All right? But he's smart enough to know, say, hey, okay, I fucked up. Daddy mad at me, so let me chill for a minute. And then later on, he'll do what a lot of dogs will allow children to do. He'll come back and suck up, butter me up, you know? But I just couldn't imagine doing that to him. I can't. And again, I always preach this. I want to keep on preaching this. Why do these motherfuckers keep forgetting that they were children once too, and they got on their mama nerves? She or he may thought about doing this shit to them, but they probably never did. Or maybe they did. I don't know this woman's background. Maybe they did, and what happened to her, she's one of the unlucky ones. What happened to her when she was growing up, it rubbed off on her, and that demon that she got from her mom or her dad or whatever, she rubbed it off on the children. Now, with that being said, it's a speculation. I don't know. But I just hope it don't get these two youngins to the point that it's going to traumatize them that bad that if they have children in the future, they don't do it to them. They 16 years old. 4 more years, they be 20. Another year, they be 21. And when they be the legal age, do whatever they want. All right? I just hope it don't rub off on them. And they do this to children. Hopefully, they can take this and teach the young generation behind them or talk to them about what they've been through. And maybe give the young generation some encouragement or what not to do when they pass they seed along to their generation. But these two right here, somebody said it earlier, wherever they go, I hope they keep them together. I hope they do too. I hope they keep them together. They do. Because they need that. Both of them going to need that. All right? They both going to need it. Now, will they grow up older and forgive the mom? I don't know. That's totally up to them. But again, like I say, some things are forgivable. Some things can be fixed. A lot of things are unforgivable. A lot of things can be fixed. But if they choose to grow up and say, hey, we forgive you, that's totally up to them. But I doubt they're forgiving them right now. Okay? I can't wait till updates to this story come out. Because I want to know what that young man who's run off with her, Jova, what his part in this is. And it says right here, previous version of this story says Zaikiya Duncan and Jova Terrell are charged. However, as of Thursday morning, which is today, no official charges have been filed. They will only feed them a sandwich only if they were quiet all day. Any type of noise, they wouldn't be fed, the woman said. How a mother could do this to her kids, and I feel like my tears are out of frustration, anger, and sadness. So, yeah, she got 7 children. Deputies went to the house to investigate, but the couple and 5 other children, ages 8 to 14, were gone, so an Amber Alert was issued. Hours later, in Baton Rouge, both could be charged with injury to a child and will be brought back to Houston on Thursday. So they probably back in Houston right now as we speak. Only one child was with them when they were arrested. The other 4 boys were later found safe with relatives in Louisiana. All 7 children were placed in Child Protective Service custody according to authorities. Okay, they just posted this an hour ago. What's today? Oh, and yeah, they just posted this an hour ago. Hold on.
We've learned that the 40-year-old mother, her name Zaikiya Duncan, along with her 27-year-old boyfriend, his name Jova Terrell, they both appeared before a judge over in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And so we're getting this information from our reporting partners at the ABC affiliate over in Baton Rouge. They have a reporter inside the courtroom, and here's some information that she has shared with me. She says that both the mother and boyfriend are being held without bond, and Harris County has 30 days to extradite both of them back here to the Houston area. So both, along with 5 other kids, were at the center of an Amber Alert that was issued back on Tuesday. And eventually everybody was located over in Louisiana, and both of these adults were arrested. And so this is how everything started. These are the women's 16-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, captured at 5:30 in the morning on Tuesday, going door to door begging for help. And you can see there in the video, one of them doesn't even have a shirt on, and it was pretty cold out that morning. And so it's unclear how long the twins were looking for help, but eventually a woman did let them inside her house, and obviously she was horrified at their condition. She took some of these photos, and she tells ABC 13 that these twins were hungry. They shared details of their abuse, and here's more of what she says they told her.
Everything. They did not hold a single thing back. They were saying that the mom had them in handcuffs in the laundry room, that they were not allowed to eat, that I think they said they hadn't eaten over a week. The last time they ate was the Monday prior, according to them.
So both the mother and the boyfriend have been charged with injury to a child. And as for the twins, they are now in CPS care. The other 5 children that were missing, they since have been located. We don't have a lot more information about their conditions quite yet. But we did look into the background of the mother. And in Louisiana, she does have a documented case of child abuse stemming from a situation that happened back in 2012. As for incidents here in Texas involving these adults, CPS says that they have had no contact with the family. So, of course, this case continues to develop, and we'll be checking in to try and figure out when exactly this mother and the boyfriend will be back here in Harris County. Charlie Edsity, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
All right.
Man. I tell you, well, I'll say this right here, and some of y'all may not like what I'm about to say, but then again, some of y'all may agree with what I'm about to say. A lot of women like her ain't got nothing to offer but a wild ass pussy. To be honest, they ain't got nothing to offer but a wild ass pussy. Okay, a wild ass pussy and intend to live some damn kids. Okay, and don't even take care of the kids. They just taking the benefits from them. That's all they having them for because of that. All right? And y'all get mad at me saying that, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But don't act like I'm telling a lie. All right? But notice I said a lot of women like her. A lot of women like her. That's all they got to offer is a wild-ass pussy. All right? And all these children, they barely taken care of. All right? Getting all the benefits in the world that's coming out of my paycheck, your paycheck, and all that shit. All right? They don't do a goddamn thing. Don't do nothing. And that pisses me off. Because I know I'm a hard-working man. And to see my money go to assholes like these, I'm not cool with it. I'm not cool with it. I'm not cool at all. Okay? So yeah, a lot of them like this ain't got nothing to offer but a wild ass pussy. That's why that young man over there with that woman, because that's all she got to offer, is a wild ass pussy. He ain't got to do nothing for the children. He probably don't do nothing for the children. All right? And for our family members who probably hear this, you might get mad that I say that, and that's fine. You got your right to get mad by me saying that. But my question to you is, before you get mad at me, where was your energy at when she was doing this to these children? Where was your energy at then? So you get mad at me what I'm saying, I'm fine. I take that. It's all good. I take it. But my question to y'all would be, where were y'all at when these children needed help? All right? Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. All right? 1-1, what's going on? It's been a while. Where you been? I ain't seen you. How you doing? Yeah, so that's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about that. Just all woe out. Just all woe out. No, nothing up in there. Just all woe out. At the end of the day, y'all, a lot of us got a lot of stuff that we got to work on. We do. A lot of stuff, a lot of us, we don't have the perfect life. Or some would say that the life that we have, it may be perfect for us. And if you feel like your life is perfect for you, then damn it, live your life. Live your life. Live your life. If the life you have works for you and it's keep you out of trouble, live your life. Even if you do got to rob Peter, pay Paul sometimes, which I think we all had to go through that sometimes. Man, live your life. I'd rather you live your life than do something stupid and lose your life. Amen. Did I say that right? Let me say it again. Well, how some of y'all said, let me say it again for the people in the back. I'd rather you do things to live your life than to do things to lose your life. I want to make sure y'all hear me. Do I need to say it one more time? I will if I have to, but I don't think I got to. I think y'all get what I'm saying. And I told y'all a lot of times people call me a square because I don't do the things that they do, meaning smoking, drinking, partying, and doing whatever. But you know what? I'll be that square, and I'll live my life to the fullest being a square. I will. Because you know what? This square minds his square business. This square mind his biz. And I'm talking square biz to you, baby. Square biz. So you damn right. I enjoy being a square. And it's hip to be a square. All right? But I don't know other people for what they do. You know, some people are settled in their own space. Somebody's stuck in their own ways. A lot of people are. A lot of us are stubborn. Now, I know I fit that category. I can be stubborn too. A lot of us are stubborn. Okay? But only you can live your life. Nobody else. Only you can live your life. Nobody else can live it for you. Preach. Nobody can live it for you. And for this young man right here to be 27 years old, I don't have a problem with him being with an older woman. I got a problem with him being with an older woman. He knows what this woman doing with her children. And not only that, had a history of doing this to her children. And now you got in trouble fucking with this woman, knowing that what she did to her children. Young man, you 27 years old. You got a long ways to go. I wish I could be 27 again. One of my best years. I wish I could be 27 again. I wish I could be 27 again. Now we don't talk about other channels. Not over here. Now you got my email. You can send it to my email. But Nah, don't be bringing on nobody else's channel here now. Unless you're going to go over there and talk about my channel, then that's cool, you know, but you ain't got to, though. But I respect what you did, though. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Nanacita, is that your name? You can see the evil in their eyes. Yes, you can. Somebody asked the question why she's smiling. She probably ain't smiling. Probably the way she look all day goofy. She probably look goofy like that anyway. Hold on, shit. Let me rephrase that. If it's a channel that been shouting me out, and a channel that I'm cool with, you see me over there, then that's a different thing, though. But like for a prime example, my man over there, the AFC podcast, me and him been cool for like a few years now. So yeah, you brought his channel up. I won't mind that because they say he be shouting me out from time to time, and shout out to him. Who else? I guess about like Tiffany Marie. She shout me out from time to time. You know, shout out to Tiffany Marie. You know, just Q call out John Q, you know, it's quite a few of them. They shout me out. You deal with them and they shout me out. Then yeah, you can say their name all day, but if somebody I don't know nothing about, then no, we ain't gonna talk about that. All right, so yeah, but if you talk about the AFC podcast, people like that, we good on that. We good. You can say their name all day. I don't know who Anthony is. I don't know who that is. All right. All right. Guys, I thank y'all so much for joining me again. It's another one of them hard ones to do. It's another one of them hard ones to do. Again, another mother, a young tenderoni, got all these kids or whatnot, which you can have as many kids as you want. But just because you have a child doesn't make you a father or a mother. Lawfully, it makes you that. Morally, not at all. Amen? Did I say that right? Anybody could lay down and have a baby, even me. I could lay down and have 111-something kids. But just because I had those children, does it really mean that I'm a father? Lawfully, I'm their father. The morality of it, I'm a piece of shit. Because what's the use to having them if I'm not going to do shit for them? What's the use to having them if I'm not going to do shit for them? But anyway, I'll be looking out for the updates on these stories, so I pretty much sure a lot of y'all gonna get it to me, you know, on updating this story. I'm gonna put up the better version of this video after a while, so y'all can see it without the cutouts or whatnot. Yeah. But anyway, until then, love y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all be careful, all right? 1-1, good to see you again. It's good to see all of you. Shits and giggles, thanks for coming through. You say you're going to email me. My email is open. I wait for your email if you want to speak. Hey, we could do a show when you speaking about your situation. I'm out.